Okay, it's Thursday morning. We are 3/4 of the way out to Table Rock parking area over the Linville Gorge. We have to, from here on, we're going to start taking more and more country roads and mountain roads, and the drive might be a little exciting, so we'll let the camera run, especially when it gets to be dirt road. We'll see how it goes. We made it through that entirely dicey drive. The gravel was bad, but I think the worst part was the paved section. But you look around, the parking lot is pretty popular, and it's not late. It's still only 9 maybe. So all these people survived the same road. We haven't even started our trek up Table Rock yet, but I'm already impressed just looking up from the parking lot at the peaks up there. All right, so here at the Chimneys and Table Rock, about to do one of the hikes I was most excited about. This section we're starting with is a little bit more rigorous of a climb than the section behind us, which leads to the Chimneys. So it's advised to do this one first to get that difficult climb out of the way from the get-go. Now here we've already got our look down into Linville Gorge, our first time. Sorry, I'm out of breath, my heart's pounding. This is considered the Grand Canyon of the East. Or wait, no, is that Tallulah Gorge? I don't know, this is probably the Grand Canyon of these two. Certainly glad to be doing a trail like this in the weather we've got right now. It was straight up frosty this morning, and it's supposed to warm up though and get to the 70s maybe, although I'm not sure how that'll work at the elevation we're at. Whoa, nifty. Wow, that's a great view. Nifty rock outcropping to our right here. Winding our way around here. This trail kind of snakes along the edge of the ridge or whatever here. Okay, that's the Mountain to Sea Trail, but we go this way. On our way up to Table Rock. Now we're starting to ascend that section of rock we were hiking to the left of. So the trail we came up on is on our right. Whew. You do not get a higher up view of the gorge, which we'll get even better ones coming up. What we are hiking through has been a little bit wet. Some of these mountain trails, even though you're high up, you don't think there's sources of water nearby. They all drip water down. A lot of times, the trails themselves make some of the best channels for water to flow downhill. I'm gonna travel between two rocks here. You can hear the wet feet underneath. Ooh, this path definitely makes you feel the burn, no doubt about it. Interesting, dramatic, rocky area here for sure. I'm not 100% sure if we're still on the Table Rock or what. Might have to ride our butts on the way down from that one. But let's turn and get a view. Except Jess. Jess might not want to turn to get the view. Wow. We're not even to the best part yet. Trail has officially gone into I don't even know status. I would think we're on the main trail though, because it is a lot wider than the other ones, but man, is it steep and rocky. This must be the final ascent to the good stuff here. Neat. So here I am, Linville Gorge, looking down on it. One of the most impressive canyons in the eastern United States. Way down there, winding, is the Linville River. And I think just 2 bends away is Linville Falls. And this is neato. We are really on the edge here. This is kind of the, I don't know if you call it the apex of Table Rock over here. I definitely could just sit up here a long time enjoying the views, but there's still more views to come, more to see. We barely scratched the surface of what there is to see up here. Ooh, this is gonna be a scramble. I wonder what these posts are up here for. Whew, tired legs. So this here is, I mean, this is another view trail, but it's very much in contrast to what we did earlier 2 days ago, which was Tennant Mountain, which were flat balds. And this one is rocky and jagged. Still, the views are unobstructed, although we're not higher than the surrounding territory. But it's a completely different feeling. And this is something that the North Carolina mountains have that the Smokies don't really have. Here's the into the sun view from Table Rock. Also a nice view. Not quite as nice though. It's very flat this way. Pretty much a valley right over there. I don't always film on the trek downward, but for this one, the footing, oops, excuse me, I burped a little. The footing is rough enough that I want to be able to make sure I capture some of it. Sorry, pausing to take shots. All right, going again. Now what's tough about this is not only is it rather sheer at times to your right. Oh, that's where one of the places I was thinking about butt sliding. Some of these rocks do have a little bit of sand on them, so you know your foot can slip. Now we are a long way up here from the river and the falls. I'm not sure just how far we are, but maybe it's because we're in the middle of nowhere, but I can actually hear the falls. It sounds like a highway, but there's not a highway nearby. Trust me, we would have driven it if it were there. All right, we're following a trail to the Devil's Courthouse. This is the side unofficial trail. Not supposed to be too far, but the rock outcropping is supposed to be significantly cool, according to the guide I've got. Okay, I think I'm coming up on the devil's body pillow here. That's cool. This is called the Devil's Cellar. That's the official name. It's where the devil keeps his wine to keep it cool, which it is pretty chilly coming out of that gap there. All right, I'm gonna work my way up to the top here around the Devil's Cellar, because this is kind of a neat outcropping. It's more prominent than just, it's not higher. This protrudes and it's a little bit more open than the top of Table Rock here. So I do like it. Easy to walk on. Yes. Really neat, and a completely different view of the mountains than what we had already. So, me Reiki. All right, so on to the Chimneys. This trail I think might be the more popular of the two, and I think there's some kind of gathering or group thing going on towards the top. This one is less physically challenging than Table Rock, but might be a little bit more exposed, so we're gonna find out. Entering the Linville Gorge Wilderness. Coming up to our first side view trail with a view here at the Chimneys. Very impressive view of Table Rock over there where we ascended. Walking along. Got the Linville Gorge to our right. So we're coming up to where things will open up a bit more. For the moment, everything's been fairly well wooded. The brush is pretty thin, but allows you a view through it, but we've been protected on either side. From the sound of the guide, that might change coming up. We'll have to see. All right, and we're getting more and more exposed out here. Now we're talking. This is going to be the first view of Linville Gorge that we've gotten from this trail that's unobstructed. And this is quite a magnificent rock, very flat too, so very easy to enjoy, but very impressive sight right here. Also, the temperature is exceptionally refreshing. All right, so coming up on some of the more dramatic sections here. And we'll see how this goes. All right, so now we descend this very steep little thing. Might need to put our butts down. Okay. Hi. Whew, what a view of the gorge. All right, continuing to go here. Gosh, there's a lot of insects up here. On this ridge line here at the Chimneys. Oh, I just took a picture of the ground. Okay, this is a butt sit one. Shit. That one's tough. Be very careful. Use the sides as like handrails. Now we climb again. Wow. Oh man. But what a view right here. Because you get to see all that craziness we've come over. That's insane right there. All right, coming up on a section here where we're gonna have a pretty sheer look off to the right. Lean on that rock as you come through, or you can take that way. This is like a campsite area shoved into the rocks. So the trail is going to be wooded for a while from what I can ascertain. And we're supposed to get one more really outstanding view, and then I think that's where our turnaround point is. All right, so we have turned back around because we haven't been seeing a lot of the trail junctions and things. So if If we see some definable side trails leading to cool things, we might check them out on the way back, but we're pretty far down this trail. Alright, I went ahead and put the big picture camera in the car. Not in the car, I'm sorry, in the bag. So that way I can just focus on myself here, not worry as much about taking pictures. So we did this climb earlier. Well, we did this descent earlier. Now we've got to go up. Ow! Thorns. Watch out, because these rocks are slippery. You need to use the sidewall as a railing. Alright, and this was it. The iffiest part of our descent. Gonna get down on my booty. Just slide. Alright, so we finished up our Linville Gorge wilderness hike. Good views. Not quite as exciting as Tennant Mountain, but very nice. Fun trail. Adventurous. Scary. But fun. And the drive was adventurous, and it's not going to be any less adventurous on the way down.